This graphic shows example of DPI. First one says 10 DPI, other side 72 DPI, and the bottom middle one says 300 DPI. If you take an image and you take 1 square inch of that image and you count the dots within that image, or pixels or whatever, that will give you what the DPI is. And here with the 10 DPI, you see the edge looks kind of ratty. That's because there's not enough dots per square inch on the edge to make it a full outline. It makes it grainy. 72 DPI, you see there's still a little grainy remaining, but it's not as bad as it was before. And then you see at 300 DPI, it tends to go away because there's enough dots there to make it look like it's a rounded corner. If you were to zoom in far enough, you'd see it's still jaggedy, but you can't see it. Now WeCreate has a line density option where you can go from 20 to 300. That is not the DPI, but it reflects the DPI, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. I'm going to print this image off, let it print while I'm talking, and we'll get back to it here in a second. Alright, so you take one of these images, say this cat here, and you go up to image processing. On the left hand side here is the image itself, original, and on the right hand side is what you've altered it to become. If you look down here, if we hit that line setting at 100 DPI or 100 line density, it's going to show up at a 254 DPI. If we raise the line density to 200, it's going to raise the line density to 508, and we raise it to 300, it's going to raise it to 762. And you can see how jaggedy this side is and how smooth this side is. Since there's more dots per square inch, it tends to make it look darker. Look at heavy areas like around the eyes with the 300 DPI or 300 line density, it looks darker. Okay. Now on this screen here, you can play with the algorithms. This is a gray algorithm, but you can do Floyd, which Floyd dots it up more. You can do Jarvis, still another dot program. Threshold keeps it as line, but it takes out parts of it. But you can mess around with those and get what you want. You can do filters too. This is where you can come in and you can invert it, so you get the backwards. You can also adjust the sharpness. Contrast. Brightness. Highlights, shadows, and grayscale. Grayscale's got a scale on the bottom you can move. Also got a scale on the top you can move. So you get what you want. Any of these you mess around with, if you say, oh, don't want to do that and get back to the original, hit restore default parameters, and you'll go back to the beginning. Hit confirm when you've got what you want, and then that's what it'll become. Alright, so that lets you play around with it. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like here done. All three cats have printed at a power of 80, a speed of 150 in one pass. The only thing that's different is 100 line density, 200 line density, and 300 line density. Okay, here we are. Hopefully the camera will adjust for us. Like I said, these are all the same. The only thing that's different is the line density down here. And if you run your finger across it, the 100 line density is kind of flattish. 200 is a little indented, and the 300 is really indented. So it kind of gives it that 3D effect. So there's a lot of variables when it comes to that, but that should help you out to get started. Figure it out.